All right. Okay. So for exercise 12, I believe this is, you guys are going to be using the quick selection tool. So we're going to go to import and open, and we're going to open up this lily here, which is 14A quick select Kino All Unsplash. And so you're going to go to your quick selection tool. So you're going to tap on your lasso looking thing, and then you're going to go to the paintbrush. And so I talked about this in the longer tutorial, but you can change, the hardness and the size. I personally prefer working with sort of a small size. And you're just going to select just gonna kind of drag, and it does a pretty good job. I'm just gonna zoom in, and then I'm gonna hold down this little touch gesture thing, shortcut, and I'm just gonna subtract a little bit. Oop, I'm gonna hit undo because I made a little bit of a mistake. And I'm gonna stop holding that down because I just wanna add, no, actually I do wanna subtract a little bit more right there. Okay, and then so what you're gonna do is you could just leave it like that, but it's not the iPad's version is a little clunkier, little less precise than the desktop version. So I'm gonna go to refine edge, and then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on my edge detection radius, and I'm gonna change the view mode to overlay. I just think it's a bit easier to see the difference. All right, and that's already looking quite a bit better, I think. And then I'm gonna go to decontaminate colors. Oops, all right. And though it's taking a little too much off some of the darker areas. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to shift the edge. In a little bit. Sorry, one thing that I don't like, I guess, about this iPad version is it doesn't update until you see the end, like at the end, like whatever you settle on. So you kind of just have to do some trial and error, which is a little bit of a pain, honestly. Okay, that's a little bit strange, but I think that's fine. And I'm gonna do output as oh, it won't let me output as a selection, so interesting. Maybe because I did, well, we'll just do a new layer with mask. Or we'll do a new layer. So we're gonna do done. Because we're gonna talk about masks in the next section. So it hit the layer below it, which works for us. And normally I would ask you guys to like open up. In the other one, there is something else that gets opened up. But for this, I'm okay if you guys just want to stay in this picture. So all I'm gonna do is I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm gonna just bring it down below the lily. And then I'm gonna select some colors which I think will make a nice gradient. Like a light baby green and maybe something a little bit lighter. So it's gonna be a pretty subtle little gradient in the background. Then to get to the gradient, I'm gonna click and hold over the paint bucket and select the gradient tool. And like I showed you in the video before, we're just gonna click and drag over the background. And so that looks pretty nice actually. And I'm just going to use the move tool and tap on my layer selection to make sure I've got the lily selected. And I'm just going to move it over. And then just for a bit of practice, I just want you guys to put a little bit of text. So we'll just say Ayala's flower shop. And it doesn't have to be anything too crazy. You can make the text a little bit bigger. Select all, thank you. And I'm gonna go down and change the color to white. Maybe I'll put it onto small caps. So select all, I love it. All right, so we're just gonna leave it like that. And you know what, I'm gonna go crazy. You know what, here's what I'm gonna do. So this is actually kind of hard to read, but it's fine for this. What I want you guys to do next is select your flower layer, and then you're just gonna duplicate the layer right over here. You're gonna go to the dot, 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 you're gonna go to duplicate layer, and then you're gonna have a second one. And then so what I want you to do is I just want you to move it over with the move tool and then go to the transform tool and I'm gonna flip it and I'm just gonna shrink it down a little bit just to give it a nice, we'll rotate it a little bit. And that can look sort of nice, I guess. Maybe I'll put it here, like, I don't know. I didn't really think out this composition. This is not ideal, but you can turn this in. Okay, so then you're just gonna go and we're gonna go back home, and then I'm gonna go to rename, and I'm gonna rename it into what is it? God, Ayala Emma exercise 12. Oh, it's DI exercise 12. Whoop. Lily. And then you're just gonna publish and export PNG. You're gonna save it and you're gonna upload it, and that's it. So that's exercise 12.